Hello and welcome. My name is Susan Johnson. I am so glad that you've decided to join me today for the first of this three-part series on healthy digestion. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a certified natural health practitioner, certified biofeedback technician, and have been in the health and wellness industry for about 25 years. I've done everything from women's weight loss, running health clubs, group exercise instructor, to being a health coach, working with things like ionic foot baths, coaching on how to be healthy. And what my real passion is, and what you'll learn through these videos, is that I love talking about healthy digestion and why healthy digestion is so important. I'm actually the author of a book called The 28-Day Healthy Reboot. This is a journal and workbook that through 28 days of working with me, we determined through elimination trials what foods actually help and harm your body. It's also filled with a lot of education about how to stay healthy. So I do this a lot, and again, this is just a true passion for me. So today's video is all about why healthy digestion is so important to you. Why do you need healthy digestion? And I want to start with one of my favorite quotes from Hippocrates that says, "All disease begins in the gut." Everything that you do, everything that you eat is going to do one of two things. It's either going to support good health or it's going to harm your health. So every time you eat a salad or a cheeseburger or a cookie or something like that, I want you to stop and think, this is either gonna hurt me or help me. So when you go to eat that next thing, Sue Johnson's gonna sit on your shoulders and you're gonna say, oh, is what I'm doing gonna help me or hurt me? Really important, because as you're gonna learn, what you put in your body is what's gonna keep you healthy. And the more that you can eat, those things are gonna support your health, the happier your immune system's going to be. So let's talk first about what a healthy digestive system is. What does it mean to have a healthy digestive system? In my mind, a healthy digestive system means that by the time your food you've eaten something, by the time it gets into your small intestines, it's going to be broken down into its smallest parts so that the body can then use those smallest parts to rebuild, okay? And those are going to be things like fats, amino acids, and sugars. To give you a little analogy, let's say that you have a room in your house that has a wall that needs to be rebuilt. And you go down to the local hardware store and you say to them, listen, I need nails and I need 2x4s and I need sheetrock and I need molding. And they come back to you and they say, we don't have any of that here today, but we were playing with this, building out this room, and we've got this wall here that's already built. You can take this home and use this. And so you bring that home and you think to yourself, how am I going to use this? It's already built. You have to separate all those pieces. You have to pull the nails and put them in one pile. You have to put the 2x4s over here and the sheetrock over here and the molding over here so that you can then go in and rebuild that wall. The same thing with food. When you eat food, when you eat a cheeseburger or a salad or whatever it is, you need to break it down to its smallest parts so the body can absorb that and then rebuild muscles, give you good hormone health, give you good cell health, give you healthy nails, hair, skin, anything like that. When it's broken down to these smallest parts, this is how the body's going to reuse it to build your body and fuel your body. So let's talk a little bit about dis-ease, okay? What are some of the dis-ease that can happen when we don't have a good digestive system? This is going to be things like bloating, gas, acid reflux. It can be brain fog. It can be joint pain. It can be body inflammation. It can get more serious than that. If you've had a long-term issue with digestive system, it can become IBS, IBD, GERD, leaky gut. It can become Crohn's, diverticulitis. And we do know that many of your truly chronic diseases, things like autoimmune diseases, and even things like Alzheimer's and cancer, can be a product of having an unhealthy digestive system. Remember, all disease begins in the gut. Very, very important. More importantly, or the thing you want to know is that a healthy digestive system is going to also be the key to good physical and emotional health. So, I'm not sure if you know this, but 70 to 80% of your immune system is located in your gut. What do we know today? Today's world is all about keeping ourselves healthy. It's all about, staying away from bad things. We know that we've spent the last year just really trying to stay away from bad things and keep our immune system happy. So, 70 to 80% of your immune system is located inside your gut. You need to have healthy digestion in order to have a healthy immune system. What helps your immune cells work is going to be something called your microbiome. Now, your microbiome are the millions of, you ready for this? Bacteria, fungus, yeast, and worms that live inside of you. We now know through the Human Genome Project that we are not just made up of ourselves. We are actually in a very symbiotic and sometimes not so symbiotic relationship with many of the bacteria, the worms, the funguses, and things that live inside of us. We call this a microbiome. You have microbiome on your skin, you have microbiome in your eyes. They think the brain now has its own microbiome, and there's a huge microbiome in your gut. And this microbiome actually helps you think, breathe, it helps you stay healthy, it helps the immune system. It's actually responsible for helping produce 95% of your serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, and it's called the happy hormone. This is what helps keep you happy. So we know that things like depression and anxiety are very closely related to our gut health. So having a good gut health is going to help keep you happy and help ward off things like depression and anxiety. So this microbiome is very, very important. And you often hear a thing called probiotics. Probiotics are actually good bacteria. We know that the stomach can have both good and bad bacteria. People who don't have a good balanced diet, people who eat a lot of sugar, people who eat a lot of genetically modified foods, people who are on a lot of antibiotics can often get a microbiome that's out of balance. And when it's out of balance, it can lead to some of those diseases that we talked about. We know that there are over 40 diseases that are associated with poor gut health. Some of those diseases are some of the things that we've talked about. So we talked about depression, anxiety. We can talk about brain fog. We can talk about inflammation. And then we have all of those ones that we know about, things like leaky gut. Leaky gut. We have IBS, IBD, we have GERD, we have diverticulitis, we have Crohn's. So there are all sorts of really major stomach diseases that can come from having a bad digestive system. But there's even more. A lot of our autoimmune diseases are directly related to our gut health. So some of the autoimmune diseases would be things like hypothyroidism. How many people have hypothyroidism? This is a real epidemic in the US. Many people have hypothyroidism. That's an autoimmune disease and is definitely associated with good gut health. How about MS or MD? Rheumatoid arthritis. How many people do we know that have RA? These have a direct association with the health of our gut. It's really important that we have a healthy digestive system if we're going to help the body fight off this type of stuff. Now, there's no saying that you won't have this if you have a healthy gut, but having a healthy gut gives you a leg up. Now there's also the biggies. When we talk to people, there are probably 3 diseases most people are afraid of. One is Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and of course cancer. If you look at many studies, you're going to find that Alzheimer's and cancer are the 2 most feared things that people have if they're thinking of that they could die of. Alzheimer's is actually higher than cancer. And again, there's a lot of research coming out that shows that having a good, healthy digestive system will help you ward off these things. So really important. Having a healthy digestive system is important. I want you to, again, go back to what I said. All disease begins in the gut. And next time you eat, I want you to think, is this supporting my body or is this hurting my body? Is this food supporting me? Is this hurting me? This is going to help you begin to have a better digestive system. Now, in video number 2, we're going to talk about what digestion actually is. We're going to go through the whole process of digesting food. Before I let you go, I do want to let you know again that I am the author of something called the 28-Day Healthy Reboot. This is a program that you do with me. It's about a 5-week program, and we're going to work with an elimination trial. We're going to teach you what foods can help you, what foods can hurt you, and then we're going to talk a lot about education, lifestyle. You get a journal, and I work with you one-on-one in a group setting to help you actually figure out more about your digestive health. So if you'd like to learn more about that, check out the email that I sent you. There'll be some information there on that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to our next video, and think about what you're eating. It could be the key to better digestion for you. I'll see you on the next video.